Well, good morning to everybody, and welcome to the Ivan Crossland Senior Football Complex at historic Red Robertson Field. Going off script just for a second, if anybody knows a good sun dance or warm weather dance, we would take just a few minutes to intervene and get that done. We desperately need some good weather to get our stadium project going, but it's really good to see everybody this morning. I want to wish you a happy 2014, even though we're 7 or 8 days into the year. Coach Held, I hope the year brings to you about 11 or 12 football wins and gives us an opportunity to order the numbers 2014 so we can put up on the face of the SAC down there, Student Activity Center. It's been a couple of years since we've been able to do that. I know I'm kind of preaching to the choir here a little bit this morning, but the chance to be the head coach of the Golden Norsemen, I think, is a very unique and special opportunity. Not only do you get to inherit the rich tradition that this football program holds, 8 national championships, as you see on the Student Activity Center there, nearly 200 All-Americans dating back to the 1950s and 60s, 65 former players in the National Football League that have played on Red Robertson Field here, and I believe some of the finest men to ever coach football in Oklahoma in this country. People like Red Robertson, Chuck Bowman in the 1960s, Coach Glenn Wolf in the 1980s, and Dale Patterson here in the 2000s. So not only, Ryan, do you get to inherit the rich tradition, but I think you also can probably count on one hand today the number of schools in America, the junior colleges, that can provide kind of the progressive things that are going on with this campus. And you have the state-of-the-art training center that you see here today where our student athletes get to work out, dress, compete each and every day. Hopefully, again, Mother Nature permitting, by next September we'll have about $10 million worth of improvements to our facility here and see a beautiful new grandstand and press box and suites and high school locker room on that west side. And I believe the chance to compete in the best football conference, junior college conference in America, which is the Southwest Conference. So the combination of tradition, vision, and support, which you kind of see here in front of you here today, is a winning combination. In fact, I think it's a championship combination. And yeah, I'll do that. And I'm going to ask our current athletic director, Dale Patterson, to do the honor of providing the formal introduction to Coach Held this morning. Coach Patterson fits that old adage of somebody that doesn't really need an introduction. He's so old, he's been around here longer than just about everybody but Harvey in the room. And but I do think it's important to recognize the incredible, not only contributions that Dale has made to this college, but the commitment that he's made. And he's in his 31st year, 40 years in athletics so far. He's compiled a 60-25 win-loss record at NEO as the head football coach. His teams have won 4 Southwest Conference championships, the most recent in 2012. And he's a member of the NJCAA and NEO Athletics Hall of Fame. So help me congratulate Dale on 4 decades of his longtime commitment to NEO A&M College. Thank you.
I didn't expect that. Thank you very much for that nice introduction. Appreciate that. First of all, I want to say thanks for everyone for coming. I look around the room here and I see a lot of people that supported this program for a long time. And I want to say thank you to you. Without your support, without the contribution, without your commitment to NEO and NEO athletics, we wouldn't be where we are today. So just thank you for coming and thank you for your support. I'd also put a deal in, anybody that can do a dance, not a rain dance, a sun dance, no snow dance, whatever, for us to get that completed by there. Because I really believe by next fall, that we will have the best on-campus facility of any 2-year college in the United States. And that's because of the commitment of you people, the citizens of Miami, the public schools here, the city, so many people involved in this, and we're going to have something really, really to be proud of that for our community of Miami and NEO, as well as our football program and our soccer program. It won't be a better, I think John's here, there won't be a better soccer facility in the United States than junior college football or junior college soccer, will there? And we appreciate what they've done. First, I'd like to now introduce our new coach to you, and I think I've said this before, you know, when we went out looking for a coach, what were we looking for? Well, you know, we could go back to the same thing, you know, someone with great character and great class, someone that was a proven leader, someone had a great work ethic, and I think also what we're looking for this time was someone with head coaching experience. We wanted someone that was a proven coach and had the head coaching experience. But also, we were looking for someone that had great passion. Someone had a passion to be a football coach. Someone had great enthusiasm that could keep bringing that passion and that enthusiasm to our program. And also, we wanted someone that wanted to be at NEO, that was excited about being part of this great football tradition, and someone that would embrace it and take this tradition to even a higher level than what it's been before. But as much as anything else, we wanted someone that was a winner, someone that was a proven winner. And in my case, I wanted someone that was a proven winner, especially under difficult situations, that faced some tough consequences but still won. Because as you know, some of the rules we deal with, it's not easy anymore. And I think we wanted someone that knew how to deal with those tough consequences, those tough conditions, still win. And I think we found that in Ryan Held. Ryan is a native of Kansas, just up north, raised in Kansas City. He played at the University of Nebraska when Tom Osborne was the head coach there. During his time, they won 2 national championships. When he was at Nebraska, he stayed for a year there as an undergraduate assistant, won another national championship under Coach Osborne. Went on then to the University of Tennessee, worked with, as a graduate assistant there, worked with Philip Fulmer. The year he was there, they won another national championship in NCAA. So he was involved in 4 NCAA national championships. From there, he went from beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee, made a stop, I think, somewhere in Nebraska or whatever, but he ended up at beautiful Goodwell, Oklahoma, at Panhandle State University. I don't know how many have been here, have been to Goodwell, but not the place I'd want to spend a lot of time. But anyway, Ryan was there several years. They had a long history of losing, and Ryan turned that program around, had back-to-back winning seasons. Went on there to Southwestern Oklahoma State University in Weatherford, and then took a program that had been just very mediocre, took them to the Lone Star North Conference Championship, had back-to-back winning seasons there. Went on to Butler County for a couple of years there as the offensive coordinator, and we all know that the tried tradition that Butler has. Then he ended up in Highlands, Kansas, another program that had been suffering over the years. I'm not sure how many years it's been since it had a winning season, but if you've been to Highlands, it's, you know, maybe a little better than Goodwill, maybe. But,
Closer to Kansas City.
Closer to Kansas City. St. Joe's not too far away. So anyway, he went there, and this past year, the first time in the history of Highlands, they made the playoffs in the Kansas Jayhawk Conference. Ended up with a 6-4 record. Was a drop pass away from being the conference champions of the Jayhawk Conference. So he's had success under some difficult situations. We're very happy to have him as our new head coach of the Golden Norsemen. I'd like to introduce to you Ryan Held.
This is exciting. I mean, I feel like I've won the lottery here. Dr. Hale, Coach Patterson, the committee, I mean, thank you is all I can say. I want you to know how honored and blessed that I feel standing right here as the new head coach at NEO. I need to thank my wife. My wife unfortunately could not be here. She's had some previous deals going on, but you know, in any relationship, in any you know, team situation, you got to have a good partner, and she's been great. I did just buy a new house up north, so Harvey, I'm gonna have to come by and get some diamonds. I think she's gonna have to give up the new house, but she's very excited to come down here and be a part of the family. My parents, I have family members here. Thank you. The current coaches. I came here, you know, we've met a couple times. I mean, they're awesome. I mean, they've done a great job embracing me, welcoming me part of the family, and you know, we've hit it off very well, and we're hitting the ground running. I mean, they're you know, that's the deal. Everybody's bought, you know, everybody's rowing in the right direction, and so I'll be out in schools tomorrow, And we were recruiting last night, and we've been recruiting every single day to get this deal going because we want to have an awesome recruiting class. The Booster Club, the community, have been so hospitable. I've heard so many great things, and so far everything's been awesome. And I look forward to getting out to everybody in the community, meeting people, and doing what we need to do to have our program be a positive light in this area and for our school. It was funny, in September, we were sitting around the office in Highland, and we were going around the room saying, what's the best job in America in junior college? And to a T, NEO, around the room, NEO, NEO, NEO. It has everything in place. I mean, when you look at this, you got stuff being built. Dr. Hale and the community, the citizens here, this is phenomenal, all right? The opportunities that the student athletes here are going to have when they come here. It's an awesome campus, great support, and so our guys are going to be spoiled to have this opportunity to be a part of this. And we don't get them for a long time, but the time that they're here, they're going to feel very fortunate to be a part of this. Why is NEO the best job? You have the whole state of Oklahoma to choose from. You do. And so we want kids, whether it's due to their grades or whether they want to come and be remarketed to get to a higher level than where they're at. We want them the first thing we want them to think is NEO. That's where it's at. And we want the high school coaches here in Oklahoma to feel very good that they're going to be able to send their kids here. We're going to take care of them. All right. From academics, number one, to our player development curriculum, in the weight room, our life skills program. I coached for a while, got out of it a little bit, and got back in. And one of the things, you learn a lot. The thing that how I looked at it is, if you're just in this profession for winning, it's a very shallow feeling when you don't win. All right. I'm in it for the right reasons. All right. I want to help young people achieve their dreams. That's what I want to do. I feel like that God put me on this earth for that. All right. And the winning will take care of itself if you have the best vested interest in your student athletes. I care about my players. I loved Highland. All right. I appreciated them. I left a lot of good players up there. All right. I left a lot of good coaches. I think we all know in this business it happens. But I appreciate them because I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for them as well. And they had both feet in the boat, and we were able to turn the worst junior college around. When I was offensive coordinator at Butler, we beat Highland 89-0. Okay, and we ran the ball every play in the second half. And Coach Morrill, who him and I are really good friends, he's like, Coach, and Coach Patterson and I were joking about it at Highland. The scoreboard, you can't see the scoreboard on the visitors' side; it's on the track. So Coach Morrill's like, Ryan, what's the score? I said, Coach, you don't even want to know. Okay, it's 89-0, and we got it over with. My first year, okay, Butler beat us 61-0. All right, so we made a little improvement, right? A little bit. Could have been worse. Well, like anything, we're just relentless, and I'm just relentless in what we do because people say that we couldn't win at Highland. And I don't let people tell me what we can't do. And my wife sits on her bed and is on Pinterest and doing this, and I recruit. That's what I do. We got shows on, diners, drive-ins, and dives in the background, and I just love recruiting. I'm passionate about it because I just love that part of the game. And then this year, before the game, before we got on the bus, I said, guys, all right, we're going to get on this bus, and everybody that goes down to Butler, nobody has the courage to go down there and beat them. Okay? We just got to get on the bus, and we got to be the team that does it. And we got on the bus, went down to they have a beautiful stadium, and we went down there and shocked the world and beat them 23-21. I don't know in the history of college football, if you look at 2 years before, you get beat 89-0 and go on their home turf 2 years later and win. All right? And like Coach said, we were one touchdown away from winning the Jayhawk. What does that mean here? What it means here is I'm so excited to be here because I have all the tools, all right, to be successful. I've never made excuses, all right? I don't worry about things I don't have. There's a lot of people that go around and complain, hey, we don't have this, and, this group has that. I don't care about that. All I care about, what do we have, which I mean, look around. I mean, this is incredible. All right, and all we're going to do is go to work. All right, and that's what when our kids come in on Sunday, I'm excited to meet the returning NEO players. All right, and so we're going to get them right. We're going to get them going academically in the weight room and get them bigger, stronger, faster, and work life skills, and so they'll become better people when they leave here. That's my responsibility. That's our coach's responsibility to do that. All right. And then we're going to be out and we're going to beat the streets of Oklahoma, all right? And we're going to find the kids to come here so we can make this a championship football organization. And I know when you take a job like this, all right, I understand what it means. You don't win, you're out. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And so I feel blessed in having this job, and I'm going to lay my head on my pillow every single night because it'll be relentless pursuit of putting banners in the gym and doing it the right way, all right? Doing it the right way because we want to be able to market our kids and get them out, whatever level it is, NAI, Division II, Division I. So when coaches come through here from the 4-year level, they know that our guys are well coached, they're good people, they represent NEO in a positive manner. And that's just the number one thing for me. And I want everybody here, when you guys come to the football games, you see the passion that we have as coaches, and we treat kids right, and we're coaching them up and all those things. We don't downgrade players. I'm a very positive person. That's very important to me. I don't want negative stuff coming in the office, all right? And so like Coach said, went out to Goodwell, Oklahoma. We had 17 football players left, all right? And they said, I'll never forget this. This is a true story. I'm moving in my couch into they have faculty housing if you've ever been out there in the back, and I'm moving in, and I had a professor come up and say, you know head football coach? I said, yes, sir. And he goes, why'd you come here? You're never going to win here. I said, okay, all right. So I just kept moving my couch in, and we had back-to-back winning seasons, and we never made excuses. I didn't worry about Goodwell being small. I didn't worry about Highland being small. We just found a way to get it done, and that's what we're going to do here at NEO. I'm just so excited. I mean, I just feel blessed, and when they hand me the keys, I shed a tear because, I feel like I'm blue collar America. This is the American dream. I'm not trying to be up here and have some big speech, but it's the American dream. I was a walk-on player at Nebraska. I didn't play much. I knew that I wanted to be a coach. There's so many guys I know in the NFL. I knew I wanted to be a coach, so I was a sponge. Dr. Tom Osborne, Hall of Fame coach, I got to learn from. Philip Fulmer, and all the list goes on. All right, and so this is, it's the American dream for me, and I'm not gonna take anything for granted here. I want to be here. I'm excited to be here, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to take each game and get better each day. That's our goal in our program. Get better each day. Build a brick, just like this stadium. It's not going to come up in a day, right? It's going to take time to do it, and we want to build a championship program that doesn't happen overnight. So, you're going to be able to come out and see a fun style of football with us. We're going to have schemes that kids love playing in, and college coaches can evaluate our guys and be able to, so we can market them to other schools. I mean, we're kind of a stop in the road, and then they'll be able to move on to bigger and better things. All right. So I know that's a lot. I think hopefully you can see. I love this. I mean, I'm just like I'm in a dream right now, and this is just awesome. And like I said, I'm not going to take anything for granted. I'm ready. I can't wait to go out and get in the car and go on the road and get in these Oklahoma high schools and Red River drawn. That's what we're doing. I mean, we're drawing a line in the Red River, and we know how this conference is. We got to go down and get it done because we know the competition that we're going to go against, and I embrace the challenge. Just like nobody, they said we couldn't win at Highland. And we figured it out. We're going to win here at NEO. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not big into predictions, but we're going to be very competitive, and you're going to have to work very hard to beat us because we're going to be in every game ready to rock and roll on Saturdays. And I can't wait to have everybody out there. And I do a somersault right now. I'm getting a little older. I can't do that anymore. So I'd like to open it up for any questions, if that's okay. Hopefully I didn't go too long. Anybody have any questions? I know there's some people I'll speak with afterwards.
I know where Goodwell is. I was raised 30 miles from there.
Okay.
Been there before.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir.
What was wrong with you?
That explains a lot about Harvey. Yeah.
Goodwell, America, we called
Yeah.
it, Harv. So.
Anybody have a question for Coach Hill? They'd like to get out there. as you can see, he's a high energy guy. We've got one over here. Yeah.
Coach, what kind of an offense do you plan to run?
Well, we want to do a lot of spread concepts. We want to be able to throw the ball, obviously be able to run the ball. We want to play with a lot of fast tempo, put pressure on the defense. We'll do multiple formations and, be able to try to out-leverage the defense. And obviously we want to try to score more points than the other team. So whatever that takes. If we have to run the ball one game, that's what we'll do. If we have to throw it, that's what we'll do. But I am a firm believer, you have your philosophies, but you also have to have what your players are capable of doing. You can't put a round hole in a square peg. So if your guys can't do something, you got to be able to adjust and do what they do the best. And so, obviously you have to be flexible in that. We have to do this. It's whatever our players can do, and you tweak it here and there, and you plan and prepare. But we'll have a fun offense, I believe. So.
What's your biggest recruiting priority in terms of position?
Speed.
Speed.
We got to get speed. We got to get speed on the perimeter at the wide receiver position. We got to have guys make plays. The quarterback position is critical, and we got to get defensive linemen. We have to get some guys in here that can change the line of scrimmage. I had 5 Division I defensive linemen at Highland, and that makes a big difference when you can roll out guys that can get to the next, that are big time guys. And so, we're gonna go everywhere in the country to find guys that can come in here and be hopefully NFL type guys. That's what, with our out of state limitation, you need those guys to be BCS players. It's not a perfect science, I think we know in recruiting, but we got to get speed. We got to keep developing our guys, because I think there's enough good kids in our program we can continue to develop, and another year in the weight room will really help them. But then we got to go out, and this recruiting class, just like every recruiting class, is critical. But I think there's a lot of guys on the board. These coaches that are here have done a phenomenal job. All right, I just got to be Mariano Rivera and come in and help close the deal. All right, they've done the innings 1 through 7. I got to get 8 through 8, 9, and help sell and be what we as a whole organization can do for these kids in our program. So.
Did ever in your wildest dreams on August 31st, you think you'd be back up here about 4 or 5 months later in a different situation?
Isn't that crazy? Life, you never know. Things happen. In our coaching world, it's kind of a domino. This guy gets a job, and then he goes here and here and here, and like I said, we were in the staff meeting room talking about what's the best job in America, right here. To a man. This is what it was. And when Coach contacted me, I lost my breath for a minute. I was just like, wow. This is I didn't know what to say, to be honest with you. Again, because it's not just about me. I'm up here because of all the people over the years that have believed and sold, or I've been able to sell. We've all done it together. So me standing right here is not Ryan Held. It's a culmination of everybody working together to get to this point. That's just how I feel. Anybody else? I look forward to working with our faculty and our other coaches here. Thank you for being here. I'm very supportive of the other coaches, and I can't wait to come out and watch basketball and soccer and all those different stuff. I look forward to it, and we're a team. Let's all support each other, and I look forward to being there supporting you guys, and come out and watch us, and we'll have a good product for you.
All right, thank you. You can tell Coach Held is a high energy guy. We feel very fortunate to have him on campus, and I think he expressed it nicely. He feels very fortunate to be part of the Golden Norseman family. So again, congratulate Coach Ryan Held. Couple of quick wrap-up items. Got some really big-time junior college basketball on campus tonight, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock in our gymnasium, Connors State College. The dreaded Cowboys and Cowgirls come to campus, so I'd encourage you to come by. Sodexo's going to put on a good feed. I think pulled pork and drinks and food for $5, so you can get in and do that. Would love to pack the gym. It's high school night, so we've invited about 50 different high schools from around the region. Coach Cheatham, I think Miami Public Schools are going to provide the pep band and a little bit of entertainment tonight.
Be there, loud and proud.
Loud and proud, so we appreciate the support. And I too would like to kind of emphasize what Coach P said. team effort to get to this point has been phenomenal. And you think about the community folks that are here today that are represented, you know, that have really supported this program. Some of you in this room have been coming to football games here for 40 or 50 years, a long time, Coach L. And I think, you know, that's one of the real unique things about this program is you're going to get to meet some people that have been supporters for a half a century of this program. And it's one of the most exciting things I think about NEO football is the great tradition here. And so I just want to personally thank the people that have not only really contributed to some of the great things that have happened over the last several years, you know, and Cheatham and Stacy and Rich and Bayshore and Chief Roman and Marcel and Rich Lillard and others. I could go down the list that contributed to the project. But the guys that have been supporting this program, you know, for a long, long time mean a great deal to this college. And so we appreciate that. I know Ryan's going to be around here for a little bit. Please come up and introduce yourself. I know you mentioned your parents. Do you want to introduce them and have them stand up there?
This is my father, Fred, and my mother, Teresa.
All right. Well, appreciate having you all down, and I know both of you, I believe, are Pitt State grads, very familiar with NEO football, having been in Kansas for all these years. So we look forward to the huge caravan of Kansans that are going to now be coming down to our football games, and appreciate you all being here today. So again, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be here. See you at the basketball game tonight. Please hang around and greet Coach Ryan and help personally. So thank you.